A warm welcome to the many voices of man. This is Stefano Bravi, and I will briefly introduce to you the fundamental pillars of this book. You are your own maestro. I can only help you to rediscover your own singing nature. You cannot learn to sing merely by reading a book, including mine, as it can be very confusing at times. You need to experience the act of singing, as we are unique like fingerprints, and in singing you should apply this important statement very carefully. Each singer has his own technique, which means his own way of emission and most of all, his own way of expression of his feelings. You certainly do not wish to copy or emulate any other singer's technique or method, as there is not a peculiar breathing technique or placement suitable for everybody. Each of us has its own one. Voice placement does not exist, as the voice does not exist. It's just a creation of your mind, of your imagination. Well, unless you have a little invisible man placing the voice inside your mouth or resonating chambers. You should substitute the term voice into the correct one of resonance. As if you do believe or think of the voice as a physical object, you certainly need to place it somewhere. Let me ask you a question. Do you see the voice? Of course not. Voice is a frequency, a vibration, a resonance. Therefore, you cannot see it, and therefore, you cannot place it anywhere. You only need to free your emission in order to make your whole body resonate. In order to attain such result, we need to remove many blockages. Emotional blockages on the spine, emotional traumas, excessive pressure on the breathing apparatus, etc., etc., etc. Of course, I cannot go into details about my method or my non-method. But you need to learn that singing is about removing and not adding. Learn what is legato and understand that there is no high or low voice or the so-called register. There is only one register, or I should say, there is no register at all. The act of singing requires little amount of air, and yes, there is a support, or what they call it support. But the real support comes when you are not aware of it. It means that you don't do it consciously. To cut a long story short, singing is about removing and not adding. Singing is a very easy action, only it's not that easy to acquire. My goal is certainly not the one of teaching you anything, but only to rediscover what you already know and what you have temporarily forgotten. You are your own maestro. This is the greatest law you have to experience. I hope this short message will reach your heart, and in freedom and truth, I bless you all. Ciao.